welcome to this, the first trial for 16 scripts, 16 hours. I've set the timer and I've got 60 minutes. I would take out a prompt. I then talk a bit about it, but not for longer than 5 minutes because I want to be able to go and write it. I then write it or research and write it in the remaining 55 minutes. Write it, print it out, attach it to the second lecture so you can see what I've written, and then I will film the second lecture and go through it. So each lecture is a pair. Get the prompt, off screen, write the screenplay, back on screen, go through the screenplay. At the end of this course, even if you've done nothing, you'll have 16 screenplays, and you may well have seen me under a huge amount of stress. But if you have followed it through, then you'll have your own screenplays, as well as mine, copyright free, etc. And if you wish to put them into Dropbox, send me a link, that's great. I won't evaluate them. I might or might not give you feedback. And if you wish to give me feedback, that's fine. I'm not going to be holding these efforts of mine up as standards to aspire to anything. This is more to do with the process or the exercise. Now, according to the timer, I've used 1 minute 30 seconds. So I don't want to use more than 5 minutes, so I'll now take out a prompt. I don't know what well, I only know broadly what these are. Right. And this says, what does it say? Debt. This must be something to do with keeping alive the past. Debt, something to do with keeping alive the past. Right, move the camera back a bit. Oh, all the best ideas are written on the back of an envelope. So, ideas, debt, something to do with keeping alive the past. Right, debt. Debt could be moral, it could be legal, could be financial. Okay, and if it's a moral debt, it could be to a company, could be to an individual, could be to an organization. Whoops. If it's moral or legal or financial, let's see, to try and make this different, it could be to some sort of ghost, a bit like the Christmas story, debt to a ghost. It could be a debt to self. Keeping alive the past, that would link well with the ghost. Something supernatural maybe. Okay, I want it to be understood by worldwide audiences, so perhaps have a famous character. Okay, if it's a famous character and he's keeping alive the past, then maybe he's referring to the situation or another famous character. If it's a famous character, then they're going to, or a famous actor or a politician or sports person, then there's going to be stuff about them on the internet. I have another 80 seconds. Okay, so if it's a legal debt with a ghost, that's not really enforceable, is it? Could be financial debt, but how are you going to pay it? How are you going to pay the debt? That's as far as I've got so far. How am I going to pay the debt? I could pay it with money. But if it's keeping alive the past, keeping alive, if I forfeit, I could forfeit my own life, maybe. Or the character. Character could forfeit their own life. If it's to do with the past, so it's referring to somebody in the past, or it's a situation in the past, does it have to be on this planet? No, there's nothing. Debt, this must be something to do with keeping alive the past. No, it doesn't have to be Earth. Does it have to be true? Something to do with keeping alive the past? No. So it could be a memory. Could be a false memory, perhaps. So that's my plan. Well, it's not a plan, actually. That's my brainstorming ideas. If it's a legal debt, how would it be enforced? By angels? by devils? Would it be a promise to God? Okay, it's 5:08. That's what I've done. That's the end of this lecture. I've now got 55 minutes. Well, just done.